let me start with this. Some of my best girls are quite flat. For example, Rukia Kuchiki. She's not known for being the most well-endowed woman in Bleach. I think that would probably go more to like Rangiku or Yoruichi or Harabel. But I do love Rukia. And heck, I have a Phosphophilite poster right behind me. I have Rukia behind me too, but she's a little off screen. But there you go. Take a look at Phosphophilite. And no, we're not going to get into a discussion about crystalline organisms right now. Stay on topic. All right? So now let's go over to good old Twitter. You knew it was coming. You must have. So there's this tweet. And yeah, let's just take a look. And they're going to bring Nejire Hado into this because, of course, Nejire always gets dragged into this nonsense, this virtue signaling nonsense. They always love to drag our wonderful, kind goddess Nejire Hado into this. Shout out to the Church of Nejire Discord, by the way. And let's take a look at this tweet. It's so funny seeing men be like, oh, you hate big titty anime girls? Oh, so you're saying that double D cup women don't exist? Because, like, sir, are you aware of how cup sizes work? Most of your big titty double D anime girls are like F or G cups easily. So one thing, well, actually, I have to rephrase that. There is many very annoying things with Twitter, but one thing that is immensely annoying is that people will make straw man arguments just for the sake of a hot take. For example, in this tweet, they quote this, oh, you hate this, so you're saying that double D cup women don't exist. Like, man, who actually said that? Please show me. Who actually said this word for word? Because their argument hinges on the specific cup size. Now, I have seen plenty of people say, you just don't appreciate the anime woman, or we like thickness, or we like, big you-know-what anime girls. And I'm not saying the word this time because I don't want to hit that threshold, because I think that's how it works. But the point is this, like, I don't see people really ever saying specifically, oh, we like double D. Like, usually they just say big. The meme is, I'll say the word again. Hopefully this doesn't affect the video too negatively. Hey guys, if you like this video, please share the video, like the video. I have to say the word. Most of the time, people that I see at least, so it is anecdotal, but I think a lot of people would back me up on this, is that the meme and the saying is big titty anime girl. Like, no one's really specifically putting a size there, like I said. But this person strawmans that, making their whole argument hinge on people saying double D. And then they go on to make a point that in anime and manga and whatnot, the size is much more than double D. It's F or G. So for those of you that don't know, F or G is even further than double D. Yes. So then they write this, especially considering how weird bra sizing can be. And that's not even bringing the whole sister sizes thing into the equation. And they write this. Now, I have to scroll through it this way as opposed to, well, let me rephrase that. I have to tab through it this way as opposed to scrolling through it, because in one of their tweets, they included pictures that I can't show on YouTube. So we gotta skip that tweet. But we'll get every other tweet and we'll know what's going on here. We're just going to skip the picture one. Obviously, women with larger cup sizes than DD exist and are actually quite common. But at least learn what you're talking about first. Or don't make a straw man argument for the sake of making a hot take. But of course, you're not going to listen to me because this actually works. This works. This is Twitter 101. You make up a fake story or a fake quote. You post it on Twitter with a hot take. And then you just hope that the other people on Twitter that share the hive mind that you're a part of like it, signal boost it, and it goes viral. And if it doesn't, you just rinse and repeat and try again and again and again. And that's why we see they continue to bring up Nejire Hado, because they know that Nejire Hado tweets usually take off. It's happened historically. So they just copy each other. They have no originality at all. They really don't. And that's how it goes, man. They either copy something or make something up, and then they try it. And if it doesn't work, they try it again, and they try it. A lot of these people will try it multiple times a day. And you might be sitting here confused, especially if you're kind of new to this sort of thing or new to this channel. No, this is the case. There are people like this. I know it sounds weird, because it is weird. At least in my humble opinion, it's very weird. And that again, is that people will just do this for likes on Twitter. Yes, That is what a lot of these people go for. That's like how they get their high for the day, by getting likes on Twitter. It's so sad. It really is. And I don't mean necessarily just sad like I feel bad for them. I mean sad like it's damn pathetic. It's pathetic. Anyways, so let's go take a look at the Nejire Hado tweet now. Like, Nejire went from C or D cup to an H/I cup easily. Anime Nejire's poor little back. I hope her bra gives her proper support. Press F. And they link the images of the manga versus the anime. And we've been through this before where it's likely shading. For example, take a look at Nejire Hado's arms. Her arms are pretty tiny, right? And they're right by her sides. And the width, the dimensions of a certain area where my mouse is, it doesn't, it doesn't even go to, it goes to about halfway where her arms are. So if you line that anatomy up, like on yourself, even just eyeball it, it's really not that unreasonable, and it kind of does fit. So what it comes down to a lot of the time is just the shading in this particular picture, and that's why they always go back to this one, because they can fall back on it. But anyone who actually takes the time to look at this stuff, for example, this person, Clary, they, again, bring some more evidence here. Wonderful. And they say, I think it's just the angle because, yeah, from the anime again. Take a look at that. It comes down to the angle or the shading, whatever it is. You have to look at the consistency, right? Like, these people take one outlying picture of Nejire Hado, I think from the intro, and they try to use that like it's the end all, and they neglect all the other evidence that supports that's probably shading and other screen caps of Nejire Hado in the show where it's different. And, they don't really care. They get their likes. They get to promote their SoundCloud, although no one ever really probably does anything with that. But yeah, no, I'm not kidding. They do have the SoundCloud thing. It's not just a meme or a trope. You do see it almost all the time with these hot takes. They make the hot take, and then they're like, oh, wow, I'm shocked. This tweet blew up. Well, here's my SoundCloud, by the way, Some of the time they take it even further. They'll post like some story or something, some tragic story, and be like, and here's my PayPal. If you want to send me some money or something, totally sincere, totally legit, right? Although full transparency, the SoundCloud tweet was not linked to the hot take that we just saw. Believe it or not, this person had another hot take. It was like a Jimmy Neutron meme with a bunch of text. I couldn't even read it, man. It was like a meme they made, but it had like a paragraph long of text on it, and that blew up a bit. So they had their SoundCloud link to that. So that's the full story there. So there's also this tweet. Back to the My Hero Academia /anime thread, where this person writes this. That's not even considering how it might affect how people see themselves. I'm 19 years old. I have a super loving partner, but because of how anime shaped how I view bodies, despite being a 38 DD, double D, I feel like garbage about how I look all the time, and I feel stupid because of it. Like, I just, I'm so confused. What? So, anime. A medium that traditionally has a lot of tropes, messages, themes, and or action, character development, good plot, all this sort of thing. But your takeaway is how characters' titties are. I said it again. Dang it. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I think that's pretty telling about you. That's your only focus, really. I mean, to the point where it even affects your real life. Like, why are you comparing yourself to animation to begin with? That's so ridiculous. I'm not even going into why it's ridiculous. It's obviously an absurd thing to compare yourself to. Like, man, I'd love to look like Goku when I take my shirt off, But guess what? I'm not going to sit here being like, oh, Goku is so much more superior to me. I'm trash. Like, dude, he's a Saiyan. Obviously, he's going to look different. He's a Saiyan. He's not from Earth. That was a little bit of a joke. He's going to look different because he's animated. It's anime, not because he's a Saiyan. Saiyans aren't really real. I wish they were, though. I mean, rather, I wish I could be a Super Saiyan. But anyways, that's a whole other topic. This stuff's too weird, man. We're getting into some shenanigans now. Actually, what's this person write? Are they kind of bringing up what we just did? Let's see. I mean, I wouldn't compare yourself to a medium where you have characters with big eyes, unrealistic hair, comically big chest sizes. You're a real person, and shows like this are all fantasy. There's many things people do in anime that in reality are impossible. That's another good point, but similar point to what I'm making. I like that tweet. Let's see what they say. I said something similar to this before, but the problem is that saying that is easier than actually getting the comparisons out of your mind. especially when they've been there for over 5 years, and just shapes your thinking process into becoming normal. Dude, I don't even know what to say. I really don't. It seems like this person's just making excuses. I don't even, you know what? I'm not even going to go there. Here's what I will say about this. I'm not even going to say this person's making excuses because they don't want to put in the work to change themselves or anything like that. I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole, because instead I'm going to shut the rabbit hole closed, and I'm just going to say I don't even believe this person. I automatically don't believe like 99% of the stuff I read on Twitter, and I automatically don't believe most of what I see on the internet. I always try to get more sources and check things, but especially on Twitter, man, I don't believe, like, if I see something on Twitter, chances are I'm just gonna be like, I don't believe it, and then I'll look into it and decide if I change my mind. But for example, this story that they wrote, like, I don't believe this. I don't believe that they. I don't believe any of that. I really just don't. I think they wanted to, fit into the thread or get some more attention because the thread was taking off, and they wanted to kind of corroborate it with their little hot take too. I think that's more likely, and I'm looking at their like Twitter now. I think that's more likely than them actually being serious about that issue and having that issue and seriously being serious about it. And So anyways, guys, this is getting too much for me. Too much Twitter land. I'm going to be wrapping this video up. Pretty good news day, though. We had a update to the Pokemon lawsuit, some crazy flu outbreak thing going on, and now this. I'll see what else is out there today that I can report on. I mean, there's plenty more interesting stuff, I'm sure, going on. I'll see if anything catches my eye that I would feel interested enough to bring to the table and talk about without boring you guys or anything like that. So thank you for tuning in. I'm glad you enjoy the content. I truly am. It's a pleasure to talk about this stuff with you. Thank you again for tuning in. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I guess I will wrap this up here. And I should have some shout outs in the next video. I'm kind of recording these all right back to back, man. I got a lot of energy right now. Good lunch break and plenty of coffee left. Ooh, look at that glass. Yeah, I gotta clean that thing. Anyways, I'll see you guys soon. And yeah, I'll see you then. Take care.